Welcome back, everybody. Well, Black Friday is quickly approaching, so it's time to go shopping and maybe even do some online. But is it safe? I have Philip Alexander joining us this morning. He is the founder of Data Privacy Network, and you've got some tips when it comes to shopping online.
Yes, I do.
And you know what? I like to kind of peruse online, but I'm dubious when it comes to online shopping, and the safety issue is probably the primary reason. What do you suggest?
Well, absolutely, because when you shop online, obviously you have to pay online. And there are going to be risks involved, and some people say, well, is it better to use a credit card or a debit card? Actually, the safest thing is a gift card.
A gift card.
You can go in, they're available almost anywhere, at grocery stores. You can, $100, what have you.
So I just pick up like a Visa or a MasterCard, and that's what I use?
Absolutely. And then your exposure, your limit is the value of the card minus what you already purchased online.
I never even thought of that. And I'm always thinking, oh, my Visa, I've heard that stay away from the debit because once they can get into your account, then that's it. And at least with the credit card, you can track it a little bit better.
Well, the debit card even has more risk because then if they start stealing from that, the bad people, you can also start bouncing checks, and then you have return check expenses to deal with as well.
Oh, and then you also suggest when you shop online to shop from your personal computer. Why is that so important?
Right, well, because you know the security of your personal computer, and are you patching it, or you have current antivirus. If it's a public computer, say in a library or a college student union, you don't know.
Oh.
You don't know who's used it, you don't know what sites they have visited that may have had hackerware or spyware out with viruses. So you maybe do everything right yourself, but the computer itself may have been compromised, and once you start entering it, your data will be stolen.
Oh, I mean, it's exciting, the world we live in, but yet it's very scary when it comes to this.
Well, it's exciting, but just being understanding and being aware of the risks and protecting yourself.
So if I am surfing online and I am very close to purchasing something and I go to the site, how do I know if I'm on a secure site or not?
Right. I tell people look for the golden padlock.
The golden padlock.
Right, and it'll be up in the status in the address bar. And basically what that says, without getting overly technical, is that your data is encrypted in transit between your computer and the site you're going to.
Okay,
as it goes over the internet.
So it's basically just you and I right now having a transaction at this point.
Correct.
Nobody else is involved.
Correct, because it's not encrypted, then everyone who has access to the internet can see your username and password, what you're buying, your credit card information if you're using it, and then problems can happen. Well,
and then another concern, especially living here in Arizona, is identity theft. I mean, we're still #1 when it comes to that, unfortunately, aren't we?
A dubious honor, but yeah, we are, or a distinction, I should say, but yeah, we are #1, unfortunately.
What can we do to prevent something like that from happening?
Well, some, online merchants, really they need to know where to ship it to and how you're going to pay, with the gift card. They really don't need, for example, your social security number, your date of birth. They're going to use that information to try and, for tracking purposes, which doesn't benefit you, but it does put you at risk, because then, again, if the bad guy can get your social security number and your name and throw in your credit card, they can do identity theft, they can do financial fraud against you, and then you have the task of cleaning all that up, and that's difficult.
Do you remember the days when you would put your social security number on your driver's license? Remember that?
My social security number is still on my dog tags from the Army. Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it just, I mean, how freely we walked around with that information, and now the damage that it can do.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
It is.
What if you're on a site and one of the required fields is, to put your birth date or to put the social security number on there in order to get whatever it is that you're purchasing?
You have a few choices. You can either opt, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Or, now a lot of sites, to be fair, will have a customer service number. Call them saying, look, I like the product, I like the price, I'm not comfortable doing it online, I'm not comfortable giving this, I want to do it over the phone.
Okay. So I bought my product, and it's at my home, and I'm not quite sure if I like it. Return policies, receipts. I don't know what it is with me to physically go into a store. I have to see it, touch it, feel it. I buy it, and then it's like, okay, and if something's wrong with it, then I can drive back to that store. What do you suggest as far as returning an item that you have bought online?
Well, different online merchants are going to have different return policies. I recommend to keep your receipts, because they will, once you make the purchase online, they're going to say, here's your receipt. Now, you can print it to your printer, or if you want to be green, just save it to your local computer or make what's called a screen print, and that's a little more involved, so just saving would be easier. But make sure you keep that receipt and the information, so if something does happen, it's defective, you decide I don't like it, you have proof of purchase so you can return it.
Oh, no, good to know, good to know. And you have written, well, 3 books when it comes to online safety.
Yes.
What is the #1 piece of advice that you could offer somebody who is going online, and if they are about to purchase something, or just giving out your information in general?
Make sure it's a reputable site. I'm a better fan of like the Amazons, the big sites out there than the smaller ones. And keep your receipts and check your statements. Check your credit card statements if you are going to shop with credit card. And if you don't recognize it, challenge it. Because it might be an indication that someone has stolen your number and is shopping on your behalf.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
And it's one of those things, too, I always tell my kids, it's like, be careful, even if they're on there and they're playing a game, you don't give out information, personal information, because somebody's out there and they're watching you.
Absolutely. I tell, the internet is has over 6 billion potential hackers.
Oh.
Be careful.
Yeah, good to know. Thank you so much for
You're
this
very
information,
welcome.
especially with Black Friday right around the corner here.
And Cyber Monday, not too far behind.
Online shopping, absolutely.
Absolutely.